Good evening, students. Okay, today we are going to study about energy that we need to do our day-to-day activities, right? So what are the sources of energy? And so we can categorize sources as renewable energy and non-renewable energies. Okay. So I'm hoping to do these things in the lesson, right? So before that, so as a pre-task, so we can watch a small video regarding this, right?
Math and science. In this video, let's talk about renewable and non-renewable resources. A natural resource is a natural material that is used by humans. Examples include water, oil, wood from trees, and coal. Many of these resources are changed into products that make our life more comfortable or convenient. Natural resources can be classified as renewable or non-renewable. A renewable resource can be replaced at the same rate in which the resource is used. Common renewable resources used to produce energy include solar, like these solar panels converting solar energy into electricity, wind, which can turn turbines to produce electricity, hydroelectric, which involves moving water turning a turbine, geothermal, which involves capturing the underground steam that flows to a turbine and then produces electricity, and biomass, which involves plants and poop being burned to produce electricity. Air and water are renewable natural resources also. They don't regrow like trees, but they are always being renewed. They move in cycles. Remember, renewable resources can regrow or be replaced within a person's lifespan. Non-renewable resource is a resource that forms at a rate that is much slower than the rate that it is formed. Coal is an example. It takes millions of years to create coal, and once it is used up, it is no longer available. You can use the phrase CON to remember three popular non-renewable resources. This stands for coal, oil, natural gas. Nuclear fuel is also a non-renewable resource. Uranium-235, which is used in nuclear power plants, is found in a finite amount. Minerals used for making metals are also non-renewable. For example, steel, which is used in making buildings, is made of iron ore. Iron ore is mined from the earth and is a limited resource. Non-renewable natural resources are things that take longer than a person's lifespan to be replaced. In fact, it takes millions of years or me. Because many important resources are limited, we can all reduce, reuse, and recycle. You can turn off lights when you're not in a room. You can ride your bike more and walk more to reduce the amount of gasoline you use. You can reuse and recycle things like plastic jugs, jars, paper bags, plastics, cardboard, aluminum, and even steel. If you'd like to know more about how we get energy from non-renewable resources, this playlist will help. Thanks for watching, and Moo Math uploads math and science video every day. Please subscribe and share.
Okay. Now all of you watch the video, right? So now tell me, so when we engage in our day-to-day activities, right? So we need energy, right? So then if you want to watch the TV, so then what energy do you use to watch TV?
Electrical energy.
It's electrical energy. It's electrical energy, right? Okay. So then if you want to travel, if you want to go to school, right, by vehicle, so what energy, what you use to, that means your activity is transportation, no? So then what energy you use here?
Fuel, fossil fuel.
Fossil fuel.
Fossil fuel.
Yes. And then petrol or diesel, we have to use to transport, to go to use a vehicle, right? And electrical energy. So therefore, when we engage in day-to-day activities, so we need energy to do our works, right? So then how can we produce energy? How can we produce electrical energy, right? So what are the ways we use to produce electrical energy?
By solar heat.
By solar heat. So you all
by generators.
By generators. Generators means
by wind. By wind.
By wind. Very good. By wind.
By sea waves. Sea waves.
Sea waves. Okay. And lots of, that means all the resources are natural resources, no? We produce energy by using natural resources, right? Then so we need water, right? We hydropower. We use hydropower to produce electricity, and we use coal to produce electricity. Coal mean again. So then we always, all the energies related to natural resources, right? All the energies related to natural resources, right? Okay, then, so what are the, now, what did you now, what can you, as a child, right? As a citizen, so what can, now there are some energies, some sources, some resources, so it's continually, so we can use it, right? It's producing, and then we can continually use it. Some sources, some resources. So when you use coal, right? So then it's that means the rate of producing and rate of consuming are equal. Rate of producing of coal and rate of using coal by the human beings. So then both rates are equal or not, Pute? What happened when we use coal so much, right, to produce electricity? So, but it may take a long time to produce that amount of coal, right? So therefore, we define those energies as non-renewable energy. Therefore, as a children, as children, so what can you do? You have to, so what you have to save energy, right? You have to save energy. So what other things you can do? So you can't use everything now. So we have to use very carefully. So what can you do to that means for the nature? So as a child, so what is your responsibility, Pute, when you use energy?
Not to waste it.
Not to waste it. Very good. So you have to switch off the light. You have to switch off the fan. So when you not in the room, or when it is not using, so you have to switch off those things, and you have to save electrical energy. And what else? Always other things. So what can you? We have to reuse something. We can reuse. So we have to reuse. We have to avoid wasting, right? We have to save energy, right? So these things, these are our responsibilities as citizens to save energy, right? Okay, let's move on to our lesson. Today we are going to.
Miss, what we didn't do the 18th lesson, Miss.
Yes, for the 18th lessons, your school teacher will complete that. So now I do unit 90 here, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now, so tell me now here there are some different activities, right? So the we engage in our day-to-day life, right? Boiling water. So can you explain what are the energy sources we use here? So boiling water, cooking. So what are the energy sources, Pute?
Electricity or gas?
Electricity or LP gas, and also firewood also we can use. And for transportation, we have to use petrol.
Petrol and diesel.
or electricity.
Clothes and different things. Solar energy.
Yes, there are electric vehicles there. Yes, very good, very good. Drying clothes and different things. So if we want to dry something, so what energy source we use?
Solar energy.
We use
Solar energy.
that
Operating machines in factories. Electricity, diesel.
electricity, yes. And also, can we dry our clothes by using wind?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, using the TV, radio, computer, and other electric
Electricity.
Electricity.
Yes. Operating machines in factories.
Electricity and diesel.
Electricity or diesel.
Electricity or diesel. So that means, so we need these sources. LP, gas, electricity, petrol, diesel, solar energy. So all of these energy sources, so we can name as natural sources, right? These are natural sources. These sources are produced by using natural sources, right?
Means for the last one we can take solar energy also, no?
Yes, we can use solar energy also. Very good, right? And then, so we can, so what is this? So these energy sources, we can divide into two groups, renewable and non-renewable sources, right? So then, when we engage in these activities, so we have to use energy sources, right? So then energy sources are reproduced during use, right? So when we use these things, if it is reproducing during a short time period or during when we use, right? So then we define those energy sources as renewable energy sources, right? Renewable energy sources. So can you please give me some examples for renewable energy sources?
Biomass, solar power, wind power, geothermal
Wind
energy.
power. Okay, shall we discuss about wind power? Wind power means we can use wind, right? So then it's always no wasting, so it's reproducing. And also what else? Solar power. Solar power is renewable or non-renewable?
Renewable.
It's renewable. There's solar power.
Renewable.
Yes, very good. And what else? Solar power, wind.
Biomass.
Yes, biomass. That means it's also reproducing. Then, living beings are here. So then, living beings and trees and everything. So when they destroying, so then biomass always it's reproducing, right? And so let's move to the non-renewable energy sources. So what is non-renewable energy sources?
Gases, nuclear power.
Can you define it for the non-renewable energy sources? So before you give the examples, can you define it? What is
Non-renewable energy sources are not reproduced after use.
yes? If that sources are not reproduced, that means reproduce sometimes, but it takes a long period of time, right? So then when we use coal, so it takes long time to produce coal, right? That means So when we use, when our using rate, right? So we use calls, we use those things. It's high rate. Now the population is very high, so therefore usage is very high. So but producing what? The rate of producing, it's very low. So then one day what happened to they? So when we use these, that means
all will over.
yes, all will lower, right? So then we have to find any other way to that means produce energy, right? So therefore these sources are non-renewable energy sources, right? These sources are non-renewable energy sources. So can you give me some examples for non-renewable energy sources?
Nuclear
Fossil
gases,
fuel,
Fossil fuel, yes, very good.
nuclear
coal,
power,
Nuclear power,
natural gas,
natural gas,
coal,
coal, very good. Oh, what is now? Do we have any other examples? Okay, let's see what are the examples, right? So then, yes, energy sources can be divided into two groups. Now there are two groups. You know what is the group? What are the groups? Renewable and non-renewable energy. So can you please name these energy types? Yeah, we do. So what is this for the
means petroleum is
yes, fossil fuel.
non-renewable.
Yes, these are petroleum being. These are non-renewable energy sources. Very good. Now tell me, can you name these things? Now these. Okay, this. Can you please mute your mic when you okay. Okay, can you tell me? So what are the examples here? Now I mentioned some examples for renewable energy. So what is this? Again, tell me what is this?
Solar power,
Solar energy, solar power. This is sun, no? This is solar power. So we use solar power. So next day we can discuss this. Solar power to produce what? So what can we use? Solar power. We use.
biomass,
Second one is biomass. No, I asked you, Pute, now what is the use of solar power? So what are the ways that we can
to generate electricity,
generate electricity? What is?
and dry clothes,
Dry clothes. Oh, very good. So so did you hear that solar power? Can anyone can we use solar power to heat something? Heat something.
yeah, to dry chilies kind of things.
Dry things. Yes. So that means
Means that we are using to dry salt now, is to do something like that.
yes, very good. Yes. So this is the dry something. If you want to dry something, we use solar power. Pute. Now, if you want to heat something, so what are the examples for that? Did you hear that water heater or something? Solar water heater? Did you hear that? Solar water heater. So we can, yes, Danidu?
A vehicle operating from solar battery.
Solar battery. Yes, solar battery means we produce electricity by using solar power and then we can store electricity in solar batteries. Right? So then we Yes.
Street lamps operating from solar batteries.
Sorry, Pute, can you tell me it again? Others also couldn't hear that.
Street lamps operating from solar batteries.
Yeah, solar batteries. That means in daytime, right? In daytime, we use solar power to produce electricity and then we can store solar power, solar energy in batteries, and then after that we can use it. Okay. So what is this? This is a cloud, no?
Means we can take solar water heater.
Yes, solar water heater. Yes. It's another use of
Solar pump. Solar pump.
yeah, okay. Okay, then let's move to this one. What is this, Pute? Second example for non-renewable energy.
Hydropower energy.
Hydropower energy.
Hydropower energy. Hydropower energy mean we can use water to produce hydropower too. Now these days, what happened to our country, Pute? These days,
Flowing water.
no rain. Then what happened? We have to depend on what? We have to depend on
Power cuts. Power cuts.
power cuts. Yes, we have to experience these power cuts, and also we have to depend. We can't generate electricity by using hydropower, right? So then what happened, Pute? Now if we use renewable energy sources, right? If we use renewable energy sources for to create electricity, to produce electricity, so then what happened? Then we don't have to face this problem, no? So we can solve this very easily.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Yes. We now we have to depend on other countries, right? So we have to ask their fuels to produce our electricity, right? So why our main, that means a high percentage of our electricity generation depends on fuel, right? So we have to, if we use renewable energy sources for that, so it will be, that means this situation may change, right? Okay, so
We
then
have more solar panels in Sri Lanka. It would be better now.
yes, so most of the time of year, so we have solar energy, right? So we can, and also wind. So since we live in an island, so we can use wind, and also what else?
Sea waves.
Sea waves. We use sea waves. So what our engineers, that means you should think in a different way, right? In future, even in future, we have to produce electricity by using another sources of energy, right? Okay. So
In
then
Sri Lanka, means they are mostly using non-renewable energy to produce energy, right?
that is the problem. So all the non-renewable energies and all the non-renewable sources we import from other countries, right?
Other countries.
Yes. Okay, so there are some other examples also: biomass energy, wind energy, and geothermal. And also there are some examples for coal, non-renewable energy, natural gas, and nuclear, and fossil fuel, and everything. Okay. So now you have idea about energy sources, and also you can identify what are the renewable energy sources and what are the non-renewable energy sources. Okay, now I'm going to put you all into breakout rooms, right, to do your group activity. I will share the link of the worksheet. This is online worksheet, right? So you have the permission to share your screen, and you can do the activity as a team, right? Please discuss and do the activity, right? And then,
Okay, miss.
right? Okay, I'm going to put you all into breakout rooms, right? Then before that, I will share the link. I shared the link.
Got it, teacher.
Yes, I put the link to the chat box, right? So you can click the link and you can open the worksheet, right? So when I put you all into breakout rooms, right? Please accept the invitation and join to the breakout room, right? Anjana Vihara, please accept the invitation and go to the join to the breakout room today. Anjana Vihara. Anjana, please accept the invitation. Okay, Pute. Okay. Comes in now. Share your screen and open the worksheet. Others are doing change done.
පෙමිත මේ ස්ක්‍රීන්ෂොට් ගන්න ඔසේ.
Who is going to share the screen, Pute?
පෙමිත මිස්.
Pemit. Pemit, can you share your screen?
Teacher, I have data problem.
Okay, Shane. So then Shane can share, others can contribute to fill the, that means answer the questions. Shane, can you share the screen? Okay. Now all of you can see the worksheet, right? So there are energy sources. You have to drag this one. There are names of the energy sources. So you have to drag this into the box, and also you have to select this is renewable or non-renewable, and then finish the worksheet, right? Okay. Start with it. Others can discuss. Others can. So please discuss with others. Femi, Tijan, unmute your mic, Shane. Unmute your mic, Pute, and then you can do.
මිස් මට පොඩ්ඩක් ඩේටා ප්‍රොබ්ලම් එකක් තිබ්බා මිස්. දැන් හරි මිස් ආවා.
Hari, Hari Pute. Shane, unmute your mic, Pute. How you can do? Okay.
Hello.
හෙලෝ තමයි බං මොකක්ද වරින් කිව්වහම.
Biomass are renewable. එතකොට මේ tidal කියන එක ඒකත් renewable. Tidal එකත් renewable නේ. Teacher, tidal කියන එක renewable නේද teacher?
Tidal waves. Yes, Pute, it's renewable.
Okay. එම finish කරනවා. ඒ හරි එන finish කරන්න හරි. හරි. ඔක්කොම හරි. එහෙනම් හරි.
Yeah, very good.
මගෙත් ඔක්කොම හරි.
You can do it individually also, right? Very good.
Okay. ටයිඩල් කියලා අන්න ඒක.
No any issue, ne? You all of you can manage this?
can teacher.
Okay, okay, very good. So finally finish the worksheet and then check whether how many marks can you get.
Okay teacher. අර ටයිඩල් එකට එහා පැත්තේ තියෙන එක හයිඩ්‍රෝ පවර්. ඒකට
Tinuka Randhira, Tinuka, and yes, you can chat. You can use the chat. So since your mic is not working, what is your answer, Pute? Tinuka.
එයා මං හිතන්නේ ටීචර් එයා කරපු එකේ ටීචර් ස්ක්‍රීන් ෂොට් එකක් එවලා තියෙනවා.
Yes, yes. Okay. I will open when I go to the main session, na?
Okay teacher. අරක බයෝමෑස් හයිඩ්‍රෝ පවර් එකට එහා පැත්තේ බයෝමෑස් නෙමෙයි නේද?
Bio
Anjana,
බයෝගෑස් තමයි නේ නැත්තම් වෙන එකක් එන්නේ.
not biogas, Pute. Yeah, they are biomass, right? So you put,
bio
is it correct or not? So you have to check. So and also ask from others. Anjana, what is your idea? It's biomass or any other thing? That blue color one. Tinuka Randhira, Tinuka has sent the answer there. You also can see. Go to the chat and check whether his answer.
I think I found for that දනිදු දාපු එක අර බයෝගෑස් බයෝමෑස් දාපු එකට එන්න ඕනේ මං හිතන්නේ නැචරල් ගෑස් බයෝමෑස් එකට එන්නේ අර දර ටිකක් තියලා තියෙනවා.
Yes. Now correct. Natural gas. Very good.
බයෝමෑස් එන්නේ අර උඩම පළවෙනි.
Yes. Tinuka Randhira, you are very good, Pute. You are engaged in the activity. Still your mic is not working. You are put messages into the chat and so very good. Very good your contribution. I appreciate your contribution, right? Okay, let's see. 9 out of 10. So, what's wrong? Natural gas and solar.
Teacher, solar power ka renewable energy sources එකක් නේ.
Here, solar is renewable. So, but your answer is non-renewable.
නෑ teacher renewable දාලා තිබ්බේ. එන්න අකුරේ බිලදුක.
Okay, okay. Okay, let's see Tinuka Ramdeva's answer sheet. I will share it when I go to the main session. Okay. Okay. Now we are leaving. Let's go to the main session.
Teacher, I can share the screen and answer. I got 10 out of 10.
You got 10 out of 10. Very good, Pute. Very good. Okay. Okay. Now, so we have to complete our task sheet also. So therefore, let's move to the main session. Very good, all of you, right? So good job. Okay. Now, very good. So you engage in the group activity. It's very successful. So all of your contribution is very high. And now let's move to the next one.
Teacher, are you giving another group activity?
No, Pute, this is a small assessment, right? Small assessment. This is not another group work. Now, here.
Teacher, you are sending this PDF to the WhatsApp group, right?
Yes, yes. I will send this entire presentation, right? Now, here there are 4 questions, very small questions, right? I need to assess you all, right? So can you please find the answers within 5 minutes, Pute? 5 or 6 minutes? Can you please
Can
find
teacher.
the answer, right?
Can teacher.
Can teacher can.
මිස් ඔය ටික විතරයි තියෙන්නේ.
Yes, Uday. That's all.
Finish teacher.
Okay. You can raise your hand. So when you finish this, huh? Yes, Shane. Iruka. You have to write this. So when I finish this lesson, so you have to write the questions and write the answers in your notebook also, right? And now you can. I ask you. I call your name, and then you can answer. You can tell me what is the answer, right? So still we have to wait. Pemit Hansilu, still you are right doing this, no? Are there anyone who is still doing this? No. Okay. Do you need more time, or shall we discuss this? Shall we check whether your answers are correct or not?
Shall discuss me.
Okay. If there anyone still doing this, please tell me. No. Okay. First question. Select the answer that contains sources of energy with minimum level of environmental pollution. Now, hydropower, solar energy, first answer. Second one, coal, nuclear energy. Third one, geothermal energy, biomass. And fourth one, natural gas, petroleum. So, what is your answer, Pute? Tell me. I will call your name. Ichan Chamikara, can you tell me what is the answer for this?
Hydropower, solar energy.
Hydropower, solar energy. So, Hiruka, what is your answer?
Hydropower and solar energy.
Hydropower and solar energy. And Akin, what is your answer, Pute?
Hydropower and solar energy.
Hydropower and solar energy. So, all of you are same answer?
Oh, yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, very good. So, yes, hydropower and solar energy, right? So, then here, second and fourth answer, so there are non-renewable thing, coal, petroleum. So, when we burn these coal and petroleum, and also then the more air pollution, right? So, therefore, your answer is correct. Next one, a renewable energy source is fossil fuel, wind power.
Wind power.
Wind power. Wind
Wind
power.
power.
Wind power.
What is your answer, Shane Dimitra?
Wind power.
Wind power, renewable energy source.
Wind power. Wind power, miss.
Pemit,
Wind
wind power. Okay. Anjana, your answer? Same
power.
Wind power. Very good. Very good. Then it's correct. Renewable energy source is wind power. Fossil fuel, nuclear power, and coal are non-renewable energy source, right? An energy source that does not fall into biomass category is What is biomass category? Dry cow dung, geothermal energy, oil of gas turbines.
Geothermal energy.
Geothermal energy
Geothermal energy.
Geothermal energy.
doesn't
Geo-
not fall into biomass category.
Biomass means related to living beings, trees or animals, right? Then now this is geothermal energy. Geothermal energy.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Teacher, can you please say what is chaff?
Sorry.
What is chaff?
Chaff is also Pute. I think actually this word is it's related to living beings, right? So then exact thing I will explain you later, right? So then this also related to living beings, right? So therefore we can select the answer geothermal energy, right? So next one, a non-renewable energy sources is
Fossil fuel.
renewable.
Fossil fuel.
Renewable one.
Fossil fuel.
Fossil fuel.
Non-renewable. Geothermal energy is non-renewable or renewable?
Renewable.
Fossil fuel.
Third one, biomass,
Renewable.
renewable. Solar power is also renewable. Fossil,
Renewable.
non-renewable energy source. Okay. Okay, very good. So now all of you answered well, right? Answered correctly. And now I'm going to right? So do you have any problems? So today what we learned today? So can we summarize? Can you summarize what we learned?
Can
Yeah.
About renewable and
Sources of energy.
Sources of
sources of energy.
Sources of energy and renewable energy
Renewable
and sources and non-renewable energy
Non-renewable energy
sources.
sources.
Okay. Can anyone define what is renewable and non-renewable energy? Renewable means
Renewable means we can use it again.
We can use it.
Non-renewable means it takes a long time to use it again.
another definition for renewable.
renewable energy means energy sources that we can reproduce
Produce
during a short time
short
period.
period and
And
time after use.
non-renewable energy means we can reproduce. It will take a long period.
Yes, that
of time.
means so renewable energy sources can be produced. They can be produced. Right? It's continuously it's producing. Right? So when we use it, so it's producing means so we can use it. So without any disturbance, that means it's already it's in a short time period. It's reproduced. Right? It's reproduced. And non-renewable means it's not produced again. That means it takes long period of time to produce, right? So therefore we define it as non-renewable energy sources. So okay, very good. So you know we discussed the examples, we discussed the features of non-renewable and renewable energy sources, and also we discuss. Okay, next day we can discuss solar power and wind power and everything. Okay, so we separately we can discuss more, right? So as a post task, so I would like to give you this task. So you have to categorize, you have to draw a table, renewable energy sources and non-renewable energy sources. So you have to paste the pictures of examples of renewable energy sources and non-renewable energy sources, right? You have to paste the pictures in your notebook, right? By categorizing renewable and non-renewable energy sources.
Just
Okay.
can you send it as a homework?
Yes, it's you can do it as homework, and you have to send me a photo of your notebook, right? So then I can check it's correct or not, right? Okay. Thank you very much, Pute. Now I'm going to wind up this lesson, right?
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, Pute.
Can you please send the recording?
Now, okay, I will send the recording. Some students
Okay, teacher.
were not able to join me because
Okay, teacher.
yes,
Thank you,
due
teacher.
to the power cut. Okay, I will say. Okay, thank you very much, Pute.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a nice
teacher.
day.
Stay safe and
Stay safe.